We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
These days, work is in trouble. We've outsourced most of our manufacturing to other countries. And with that, we sent away good jobs and our capability to make things. American Giant is a clothing company that's pushing back against this tide. They make all kinds of high-quality clothing and activewear, like sweatshirts, jeans, dresses, jackets, and so much more, right here in the USA. So when you buy American Giant, you create jobs in towns and cities across the country. And jobs bring pride. Purpose. They stitch people together. If all that sounds good to you, visit American-Giant.com and get 20% off your first order when you use code STAPLE20 at checkout. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com with promo code STAPLE20.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
The Daily Double
With Pooja and Gurdeep.
There are two stories you need to know. So if you picture Pete Davidson, you probably think of him with all of his tattoos. And you probably heard that he's in the process of having all 200 of them removed. I mean, it's all over his body.
I thought they were gone.
Yeah, you probably saw photos of him recently where he looks tattoo-free. He's only done the torso so far. But he's saying in order to remove every single tattoo, it's going to take him, get this, another 10 years.
What?
10 years. He started in 2020. He's had to plan removal sessions between work gigs, and he says it takes about 6 weeks to heal one tattoo being removed. So just think about the time, think about the money, and even removing one tattoo is 10 to 12 sessions. So when you add all of that up, 10 to 12 sessions plus the 6 weeks to heal, that's one tattoo.
He's got them hiding in all nooks and crannies because that picture then, he looked totally tattoo-free.
He did. And they were using a little bit of makeup in that photo as well, but he's got a long way to go. 10 years. He described it, because it's so painful to remove a tattoo, he described it as putting your arm on a grill and burning off a layer of skin.
Wow, for another 10 years.
Oh,
no, I don't know if I could do it.
He does say this is all part of his mental health healing as well, because he says for a long time he was hiding behind the tattoos. So, you do you, Pete Davidson, but 10 years, a lot of money and a lot of pain in being able to do that. Okay, if you're planning on watching Netflix this weekend and you're a fan of subtitles, there's a new option for you. So many people say they can't watch without the subtitles. Because, sometimes it can be a little hard to hear the dialogue. Sometimes
I'm watching Love is Blind UK. I need the subtitles sometimes.
Because of the accents? Yeah. Sometimes you do. Or sometimes you're multitasking, let's face it. And that's why you're not paying attention. So now you can choose your subtitles to be just the dialogue. Okay, so what that means is, all the extra stuff that they have for closed captioning, for good reason, of course, like the phone buzzing or dramatic music playing. Yeah. Any extra audio cues won't be part of it. So it's actually called spoken dialogue only. You can choose that in your settings. Cool. That way you can just focus on reading the dialogue. You don't have to be distracted by anything else because, let's face it, we're all distracted. Yep. And you can also choose your own font.
Gurdeep's going to love this. Oh my God, you can pick Comic Sans and Arial Bold and Wingdings?
Exactly. And for those of us who are in that place right now where it's hard to read what's on the screen because you need your glasses, you can also choose the size of the font.
Yes, extra large.
Yes, thank you, Netflix.
From CHFI Studios,
it's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
So my husband, Paul, just got back from a business trip, and he had a weird situation happen on the plane. Tell me what you think, okay?
Okay.
He went to go take his seat, and unfortunately, he had the middle seat.
Oh, you can't have a middle seat. Isn't your husband 6'40"?
Yes. Yes, not comfortable, but that was all that was left. Anyway, he had the middle seat, and he went to go sit down, and on both sides of him was actually a couple. And so he asked, hey, do you guys want to sit together since you're together?
He's the sandwich. He's the meat in the sandwich.
Yes. And they said no. we do not want to sit together. And he was like, oh. And then he thought there would be some sort of explanation or there would be something, but nothing. So it was just sort of silence. And then throughout the flight, every now and then they would like talk to each other about something and then he's in the middle. It was just super awkward. And eventually, I guess the woman kind of realized like, this is a bit weird. So she's like, by the way, she's like, I love the aisle seat and my husband loves the window seat.
That's what I figured.
And we're just not willing to like give that up. Like I don't want to give up the aisle seat and he doesn't want to give up the window seat. Nobody likes the middle seat, which, you know, is understandable. But it got me thinking, like, if I'm traveling with my partner, am I going to go to that extreme where I'm like, I would rather be comfortable than sit with you. So that's what I'm going to choose. Let's sit apart.
I think it's kind of inconsiderate as the couple, to be honest. And here's why. Look, listen, as someone who loves the aisle seat, the aisle's the best seat. The window's the second best. The middle is not good at all.
Right.
I get it, but then there's some rules and regulations here. If you're going to take the aisle in the window and you know some random person, in this case your husband, is going to be in the middle, you have to agree that there's no talking back and forth. There's no passing things back and forth because that makes it very uncomfortable for the person in the middle. Or you choose to sit together, the couple, and then you just agree that one person gets the middle on the way there, the other person gets the middle on the way back. Because when you're a couple, the middle almost doesn't matter because you can cross the barriers. You can lift up the armrest. You can put a head on a shoulder. You're not so concerned about like, oh, I got to stay in my little cubicle here.
That's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to be all about the practicality of it. Like, hey, why not just be comfortable? It's like when we talk about separate beds, separate rooms. Sleep is so important. You know, when you travel, it's important to be comfortable. Like, I'll talk to you when we land.
I'm coming at it from single guy perspective, right? I fly alone, so I'm thinking of me being stuck in that middle seat. I don't want couples, oopy, schmoopy, loopy right across me. No thanks.
Yeah, look at this photo on my phone.
But I get it, like, because they want to sit in their seats. But if there should be a deal, if somebody comes and sits in that middle seat, then you guys swap.
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
because it is inconsiderate for the middle person.
But I think they're probably hoping that nobody comes,
and that's
then they've got
exactly
even more
what they're
room.
hoping for. But when someone does come sit there, then they should figure that out. That's not cool.
I've done a couple of trips with in serious relationships that I've been in. Yes, I have been in serious relationships, believe it or not. And I'll tell you the
and
move.
You've been on a flight together?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you the move. The move is the best of both worlds right here. It's your life hack, kids. You book 2 aisle seats. That way you're sitting together, 2 aisle seats right like beside each other.
Oh.
You have your own space. You get the aisle. You get to stretch out. You're together, but you can get a little separation.
Oh.
That's the move.
I like it. Okay, you tell us, if you were in this situation, do you choose comfort, i.e. sit apart because, you know what, you're traveling, you just want to be comfortable? Or do you choose coupledom and you sit together?
The Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles Mackenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
From emails to reports and project proposals, it's hard to meet the demands of today's competing priorities without some help. Grammarly is the essential AI communication assistant that boosts your productivity at work so you can get more of what you need done faster. Just a few clicks can tailor your tone and writing so you come across exactly as you intend. Get time back to focus on your high-impact work. Download Grammarly for free at grammarly.com/podcast. That's grammarly.com/podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
So when you fly, do you choose comfort or coupledom? Comfort is sitting apart from your partner, like maybe you want the window and the aisle, and hope for the best, hope no one's sitting in between you? Or do you choose coupledom? You sit together, you suck it up, one of you takes the middle seat maybe on the way there, one of you takes the middle seat on the way back. You can canoodle, you can cuddle, so the middle seat's not as bad if your partner's beside you.
Especially if you can just do a little bit of a lean, put all your weight onto your partner,
That's
which
right.
they may or may not like, but still.
A little fall asleep on a shoulder, a little drool.
This because my husband just came back from a business trip and then there were no seats. So he ended up in the middle seat, but then he was sitting beside a couple and they kept talking to one another, passing their phone between them.
You can't be doing that. You can't be like, oh, look at this like YouTube video while someone's in the middle. If you're sandwiching someone, you keep to yourself.
But she said, I like the aisle seat. My husband likes the window seat, and they did not want to move.
Not very considerate. Okay, what do you think? Hyman in Brampton, comfort or coupledom when flying?
Couple of no comfort.
Aww.
If you travel with your partner, you got to make some sacrifice.
Yep.
You know, if my wife loves the window and I like the aisle, I'll make the sacrifice.
And you'll take the middle?
I'll make the sacrifice.
Aw, that's so nice, Hyman.
Like there and back?
And then honestly, when my wife and I is traveling, when she's booking seats, she does the same thing that you said, Gurdeep. She gets 2 aisle seats. If we can't get to sit, I want to sit.
That's good, right? That's the move.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. Thank you so much, Hyman.
Have a good one.
I'm going to fly with Hyman.
Hyman's a very considerate guy.
So nice.
Comfort or coupledom when flying? Linda and Mississauga, what do you say?
What this couple did is the same thing I do. It's a strategy. I take I choose aisle and I choose window, hoping nobody gets in the middle. And if someone is there, my husband jumps in the middle seat and let them take the aisle.
Oh,
okay. So
that's
you
nice.
start with this is a good hybrid. So you start with comfort, but then you will change to coupledom if someone's in the middle.
Yes.
Okay.
Good approach.
Thanks so
Considerate.
much, Linda. Yeah, I love that.
Thanks for the call.
Have a good day.
Maybe that's the happy medium, right? You get to choose a little bit of both.
The hybrid approach seems logical. I still like you go aisles. You go aisles
I like
facing
that.
each other. That way you get a little space. You can still talk. You're not being rude. You're not talking over anyone.
Totally works.
Can you still cuddle? No, probably not.
I
That's
mean,
weird.
that might be a little weird.
Might be stretching
People
it.
are trying to get by. They have the cart going by, and you're like, we're holding hands.
You're holding hands. Don't break the chain.
Mandy, who is on her way to work, what do you think? Comfort or coupledom?
I have like a severe fear of flying. So for me, it's coupledom for sure. I need my husband next to me.
Can you imagine if you actually left the middle seat empty and then you still try to, cuddle up with your husband over the
Yeah,
person
that would be
who's
so rude.
Oh
I feel like that's so rude trying to reach across.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure there was some of that. They were like passing their phone. Paul was telling me
No,
between them.
come
like,
on.
you can't do that.
I'd like pull the Dikembe Mutombo and just slap it out of the hand. Be like,
Mandy, thank you so much for weighing in. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Bye.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Good morning. How do you guys feel about group chats? We've all got them. Maybe you've got a text group chat. Maybe it's even an email thread. I think that can qualify. I think most popularly WhatsApp, Telegram, whatever you're using. We're all in different group chats. How many is too many? I don't know, Pooch. I have group chat fatigue. Where are you on group chats?
Well, I don't partake because
You're not at any?
I'm in a couple of family ones, and even then, I'm infamous for being the person who doesn't read everything, and then I'm
Yeah.
late to the party.
I know this about you, actually. I think I'm in a couple with you. I actually forgot because you don't even have a pulse.
Yes.
In the group chats. You don't. Everyone is, the double blue check mark you get in WhatsApp? In WhatsApp, everyone's got double blue check mark, except Pooja has left it on unread.
We had a group chat in WhatsApp with Pooja. She's never on there.
Yeah, we don't use it anymore because then it's just you and me texting.
And then sometimes I'll just like leave a chat because I'm like, I don't think I need to be here because I haven't weighed in years. But then it's so dramatic. It's like Pooja has left the chat.
It's very on brand for you. You're very dramatic.
Yeah, that's true.
You make
That's
a big
true.
entrance and a big exit.
I'm afraid to ask you, how many group chats are you a part of?
I can't even count. I have.
What?
I mean, a lot are not active because a lot are like, oh, you're going to Costa Rica. Let's create a Costa Rica group chat with everyone
Okay,
going, and then
yes.
whatever. But there's a main group chat I'm in with all my buddies. We call it the primary group. It's the primary
Very
group.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Do they check ID at the door?
I mean, they must. And this chat, I swear, these guys, and it's a group of like really intelligent, successful guys. I'm glad to be a part of it because there's good, healthy conversations going on about, like right now, there's a lot of election stuff going on. There's a lot of Leaf stuff. There's a lot of like world events kind of thing. It's just, I wonder if these guys are actually all employed because they all have kids.
Yep.
And they all have like demanding jobs, allegedly, but they are sending the most detailed, thought out messages during the day, constantly sharing articles from different sites. And my chat is constantly going off. I leave it on a 24-hour mute. And if I don't look at it for a few days, I just cleared it on Sunday. There was 306 messages from the last few days. And I'm like, I'm not catching up with this. So I just click it to get rid of the number and then scroll to the bottom and
So you've
click
missed
out.
a whole bunch of stuff and then you just start from the bottom?
And yeah, pretty much.
Wow. I know with my husband, he's part of group chats as well. I find that he gets so distracted, like, because it's constantly going off. Like, it's nonstop. And everybody has 5,000 things to say. Everybody's got to weigh in. And then if you have a sarcastic comment, somebody else needs to one up that comment, and it just keeps going.
Yeah, it becomes a bit performative, right? Especially when something funny is going on. And then the other thing that can happen is group chat beef.
Oh.
When you get a lot of people, you get two people arguing on group chat.
You can argue over group chat?
See, you don't have much group chat experience. There have been friendships that have been lost, not in my group, but friendships that have been lost over things getting vitriolic in a group chat.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Just typing aggressively?
Absolutely. And you know how things get taken out of context?
Exclamation marks,
all caps, angry memes.
Wait a minute. That's how I send all of my texts and emails. I'm so dramatic.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
My husband was one of those people who voted early, but we had a lot of discussions. We don't normally align politically. We don't normally vote the same.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we don't. And which is fine. And I think a lot of people can probably relate to, whether it's family members or whether it's, friends where you still get along and you still respect one another, but you just don't align on your political views.
The plot thickens.
Yes. And which was, up until now, I think it's always been fine. And I respect where he's coming from. He respects where I come from. It's called mutual respect. However,
is that what it's called?
I think so.
All right.
I'm trying to practice it. However, I think this election just feels like it's a very important election, and I just wanted to have my thoughts heard. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I was trying to convince him to come over to my side.
Uh-huh.
And with a couple of days, it seemed like it was kind of working.
Okay.
And then out of nowhere, he texted me. He's like, "I voted." And I was like, "What? Wait, I needed more time. I wanted to talk about this some more."
You were like, I was still campaigning.
Yes, I felt like I was. Anyway, so I finally get to see him. I'm like, "You texted, you voted. What happened?" He's like, yeah, I voted with you. I was like, "You did?" And I was getting all excited and everything. He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh," I go, "What changed your mind?" He's like, You changed my mind." I was like, "Oh, didn't know I was so convincing." I felt really good that we were on the same page. And then it got me thinking, wait a minute, I guess I'm never going to really know. I
didn't want to burst your bubble. I was going to let you say, but it's completely confidential. There's no way of verifying, other than his word, that he actually voted your way. Now, if I'm going to play the dude card, it's like two roads. Do you be completely honest and risk potentially an argument, or you knowing in the back of your mind there's this little divisiveness between you two, or do you vote the way you're going to vote and just tell your wife, "I voted the way you voted"?
I don't know now. Now I'm starting to think, I'm like, I didn't have enough time to really get all my points across. So, did he vote my way? And it shouldn't matter because up until now, we've never voted the same.
Right.
But for some reason, I'm stuck on this because now I'm like, are you just pretending that you voted my way so that you can keep the peace? And there's not going to be a problem, I don't think.
Yeah, no, totally. Because guys never lie about what they've done in private. No, never.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles Mackenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
It's more challenging than ever to meet the demands of competing priorities that work throws our way. From emails to reports and project proposals, we need help to get it all done. Grammarly is the essential AI communication assistant that boosts your productivity at work, so you can get more of what you need done faster, no matter what or where you're writing. Grammarly sets the standard for responsible AI and equips you with the best tools to do your job. Like AI-powered features that help you write and edit quickly everywhere you write. Or tone features that help you communicate more confidently. Just a few clicks can tailor your tone and writing so you come across exactly as you intend. No wonder 93% of professionals report that Grammarly helps them get more work done. Let Grammarly take the busy work off your plate so you can focus on high-impact work. Download Grammarly for free at grammarly.com/podcast. That's grammarly.com/podcast.